Good night, everybody. Welcome to the Real Talk Show. All you don't know what time it is. You're seeing the Hunter on the show here tonight. You remember this face? What's his name again, my chance? Remind the people who are viewing.
Ting.
Ting?
Yeah, because every show he says, let's kick this thing off.
Well, I talk about the show. You see how people take things personal. I talk about the show. She think about herself.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
she announced herself as Ting. Yeah?
This is Onika Narayan, Pastor Onika Narayan.
Oh,
I don't know, you know. Where
Good night.
thing
Good night,
come
everyone.
from.
You get
But
upgraded.
yes.
Good night. I get upgraded.
Well, you know him as the Hunter. His name is Keelan Stewart.
Like, be real.
It's Keelan. That's what the fourth, fifth time you're on the show, like on the show itself?
Cannot remember, but I enjoy every time.
No, okay. You know, and then we have, you know, Mark and Eva could not be here with us. I think they had to go on a wedding. I believe it's a wedding.
Their wedding?
No, not their wedding. They had to,
I was
It
not
was
being
their
invited.
wedding.
What kind of thing is
we would
that?
not be here. We would not be here as well, right? So we have Crystal Martin, who you all know does normally be sometimes on the show. She'll be with you all in the comment section. All I give, you know, Crystal, I love, you know.
Hey,
Congratulations.
good night.
Interesting.
It feels so weird being in this aspect of the studio. So good night, everybody. Good night to you. If this is your first time joining Real Talk, welcome. We're talking about, is Christmas a pagan celebration? And of course, to kick things off, not the thing that
you
Kyle was
see?
talking about
You
before.
There's
Not the thing on the
official-
panel. To kick things off, as you know, we
see?
usually have a lot of giveaways. And tonight, Megamark Computer Services has sponsored 3 great things. So the first one is a magnetic cell phone holder for your AirVent. This is actually pretty cute. I wish I could win it. Then we have a 32 gig USB data thingy. Well, you know what I mean. And then this one is a wireless stereo headset. Now, what you have to do to win these prizes, very simple. You comment, you like, you share. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, so we want to hear your stories. I mean, I have my own views because I personally kind of like the Christmas tree and that kind of thing. So we're waiting to see how things will go. So we want to hear from you. So get the commenting starting, like, share, let us know what you think. Kyle, back to you.
Hey, awesome stuff. I encourage you all to share the show. We're now starting off. Tonight we're talking about is Christmas, a pagan holiday. Before we jump into that, when next we doing I'll play? You know, by chance?
No, I don't have an official date.
Do you have an
no.
official date? We doing Isabella anytime soon?
Hopefully
should
March,
say
but I
you
don't have
doing
a
Isabella
date.
anytime soon?
Me? Okay. Not yet. I don't have an official date.
Yeah? Well, you know, that's how it just go. And what are you doing for Christmas? See, now we're talking about Christmas and...
Actually, I'd be out of the country for Christmas. We're
Serious?
celebrating Christmas in another country.
Serious?
What about you?
Were you going to Pakistan or something? Which part are
No,
you in?
kind of. You going? That's not where you go.
I'm not involved. Don't look at me.
Why I had to go there? I thought that's where you told me you were going. I don't know why I had to go there.
You are allowed to go Pakistan.
Yeah. 'Cause,
What
you
are
know,
you doing for Christmas?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll be around a Holly. You're joking. I'll be with you
Yeah.
in Pakistan. Yeah, we're doing killer.
Staying home. Simple. Keep it simple. We get more into
Yeah,
that.
we get into that,
get
yeah.
into that.
About staying home. Anyhow, you know.
You mean staying in the country? I don't know what home.
Right? We don't about no home, right? You know what? You know, we see now we talk about this. It's a pagan holiday. First thing first. Maybe you think we can answer that question? Is Christmas really a pagan?
No? You want to answer that now?
Yeah, I know we come later on. We get into the show some of the roots of where certain things represent, right? But for you, when you hear that
As it
statement,
is now?
Yeah.
No.
as this now you wouldn't say it's
No.
like a pagan holiday.
No. As
Well,
it
I'm
is
sorry,
now?
I shouldn't say just holiday or pagan day or worship or whatever.
No. No.
Okay,
But it did originate that way.
it did originate
Yes.
They
that
have a
way.
little spice, they have a little
It
mix up.
still does.
A little mix.
Actually, they still do have a lot of customs that Christians brought over from the pagans to make it a Christian holiday celebration. But the essence of it now, I mean, in school, you grow up, in Christmas is you're celebrating Jesus' birthday. Now, I hope nobody out there actually thinks Jesus was born on December 25th.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Whoa.
I grew up
Get out-
believing this thing.
Get out, people.
Stop it.
Yes.
You serious right now?
Yes,
Well,
Jesus
this
was
is the pastor
not
talking
born
to you, yeah, so.
on December 25th. Okay?
So wait, what day he was born then?
I don't know.
Well, then why we can't celebrate it?
Exactly.
Anyhow, go
Anytime.
ahead.
Exactly. But it's not.
Okay.
That's not necessarily.
It's not proven though, so then
Right.
it could be.
Okay, but if it makes you
Well, it's kind of
happy,
hard to believe that because I think in the Bible, when the shepherds were out.
Right.
and,
It wasn't
you know,
winter.
It wasn't winter. So, you know what I mean? Like,
It
it
wasn't
couldn't really
winter.
be, you know? But
Yeah.
anyhow, yeah.
So they just
Yeah.
changed the man birthday. All right.
yeah,
Okay,
they
okay.
just decided to celebrate it on December 25th. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll get into it.
Okay.
Son of God, son. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but as it is now, I guess Keelan right. It's a mix.
That'll mix up.
It's a little mix. You have still have some pagan stuff going on, but that's not the essence of it in today's world. You know, it's supposed to be the celebration of Christ.
Well,
More-
let's see. Is the most wonderful time of the year?
Yes,
Okay.
Is that true?
Who said that?
That's what people say. It's a song.
it
Oh,
well,
kind
it's
of is a
trend.
nice time.
I could definitely say maybe that around Christmas time there's a change in a lot of different. There's the environment.
Yes,
People
it's
be-
true.
Yes.
It's like a bit.
The
and it's a-
burglars, they have more thieves. They have more burglars.
Well, it triple now with people had to change them hundreds. But anyhow,
Yeah, boy.
What kind of Christmas that gonna be for the
It's
your hand just
certainly
with nothing?
Christmas time. Certainly brings families together.
True.
There's some families that probably only meet, like everybody come together around Christmas,
Christmas.
which is a good thing,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
And it does.
I guess and then it's just as a Christian thing in general, and because that time people get holidays, they get whatever, and they just go back and
yeah.
you know.
And it encourages giving. Sometimes during time people ever buy a gift for anybody's Christmas. I mean, whether they're doing it because they're feeling pressured or not, which is a big thing for me, but we'll get into that.
Right.
It is a time that people give, you know, and people receive. So there are a lot of good
So,
things
so I
about
know we
it.
talk about people, but growing up, was Christmas a serious thing to you and your family, like growing up? And I'm talking about like, no, I'm talking about like as a child growing up, like.
Serious, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like serious,
my mother
like
used to
putting
have
up
me-
tree, decorating
Yeah.
house, cleaning out
You
house,
know which time
doing
I
all
asked
these
my
things,
mother,
shopping,
Mommy,
you know?
why we had to clean out like this? You know, my mother told me, and with all my heart, I believe it, probably up until age 11. She said every Christmas Eve night, Jesus would walk through your house and inspect it to see if it's clean. So it had to be clean. I believed it until 11.
So you used to clean?
Yeah, I used to help
So
her.
this is why I don't clean today, because your
I
phone
said,
is
yeah,
true.
so what kind of deception is this? Like,
So you
done
don't
with
clean
that?
at all?
Change that whole idea. See this
Yeah.
cleaning thing? It's all a
But that's what my
lie.
mom told me. Jesus used
So
to come and
outside
inspect the
all of
place.
that, right, your girl believing in Santa Claus?
Yeah. Oh my. My cousin told me one night, my cousin Gregory, according to the name. When I wake up Christmas morning, he said,
Up to
"Nix."
what age? Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
Up to about 10.
Okay, well, yeah, go ahead.
He wake up, he said, Nix, you know, Nikki, that's what he used to call me. He said, 2 minutes after you close your eyes and fall asleep, Santa came, you know, and we give him cookies and I don't know, I don't think I cried, but I was
Your
close
cousin
to
tell you that?
crying. Yeah, he
So
older than me.
everybody used to lie to you then.
Well, all
When
the
it come
children.
Christmas time,
All the
they just-
children.
That's
My
a
brother.
common thing, eh?
Yeah,
People
Chris
just
used to
tell their
believe it
children,
too.
eh?
And I was so
Way.
vexed I missed Santa. Because I was like, I waiting about, you know, couldn't do it no more. And he keep telling me, he coming, they ain't hear any reindeers. And there's me, I ain't hear any reindeers. And I said, yeah, I fall
Wait,
asleep.
that's
And
real brutal.
then he tell me, I'm missing by a minute.
All the online
Every
every
year.
year, they used to believe in Santa Claus and these things, right? Well, let me know online. I'm being honest, right? Like for me, I honestly don't know until 5 years. So I can't speak of my life until 5, 6 years old, like what I believe in now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But from 7 and 8, and I never believed in Santa Claus because my father never used to, you know, he used to, so I grew up in a little technical way. He used to just come because, you know, he's just another woman. So he used to come in the night or whatever. And that day I see the things in the trunk, the gifts in the trunk. So I know, yeah, I know no Santa Claus bringing nothing, you know
But
what I
my
mean?
parents went to lengths to hide. They used to
Yeah.
stash things by the neighbors and we got bikes and stuff. So I never saw a single gift before Christmas. Until after we stopped believing in Santa. Then we would hunt the whole house
I
looking for
realize,
stuff.
but everybody in the neighborhood, you find it.
No, well, now we get smart too, and as they get big, you know, they say,
You
hide
used to
stuff
leave,
home.
you used to leave cookies for Santa Claus.
Nah. I never get sick with that. I used to be waiting till my parents fall asleep. Because they used to wait till I fall asleep to go and take out the present.
Yeah.
So I waited for them to fall asleep because I didn't really fall asleep.
So you never grew up believing in Santa Claus?
Nah.
Okay.
I believed.
No.
Firmly, I believed.
No way. I used to wait for my parents to sleep. I go and check out the gifts. If I could crack something, take a peek, I go back.
Okay. And yeah,
And they used to, they did never
but
really
you used to
put through
celebrate
that.
it like with tree and put gifts on that
Yeah,
tree
my mom really like
All
the
out.
tree and all
Yeah,
the love
my
kind
family
of
went
thing. But
all
for
out.
me, I really don't like that. Like she'd be like, come and help us. And I'm like, you see the cleaning thing that
Believe it or not, the cleaning thing was thing, but it's something only one thing I used to miss. I used to actually enjoy. Believe it or not, the long time we had tiles. Well, still had tiles when you go, and to wax it. Somehow I used to have fun doing that.
sweet. Your Christmas experience.
I just know I talk about before, and to know when you're preparing and like
Can't wait
talk
for
about
them
people cleaning.
tiles, Wes.
I used to actually enjoy waxing the floor. If you
Okay.
give me a chance today, I could do it.
Well,
still.
Kyle, look at tiles right in the studio.
Nah,
right
you
there.
see you talking about this thing now?
You hear what he said? Did he just say,
Yeah.
give him a chance
Yeah,
now?
but I don't talk about here.
See,
I
sorry,
talk about
Jay.
in general, you know what I mean? It's just a feeling, I guess, long time. I had to get back that feeling. I don't know how to explain it,
I
right?
hope you get back.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
know.
buy some tiles for
But
you.
just a memory I have, I used to enjoy because it was Christmas. We used to wait till Christmas, the 24th, well, like Christmas Eve, right? And I guess all my partners and all of them used to come and we used to just be enjoying ourselves, laughing.
So he's
And
going to say, all the partners come over and help you.
that's what we used to do. We used to do it.
What kind of mad Christmas tradition is? Pa, just come over. Time to wax the floor.
Well, I guess we grew up a little different. We were real close. We were like right
family.
next door, like family. And I used to go and help them paint.
I gonna watch my
I used to
friends
go and do
wax
whatever.
floor, but
We used to
wax
be
your
enjoy
floor?
it. That's my point. We used to be catching kicks
Wow.
and throwing on man on the floor and sliding on the wax. And used to
That
just
sounds
be-
interesting, huh? I didn't think about that.
You sliding on the floor?
Yeah.
It actually used to be
I didn't
kicks.
think about that. That's
You know what's
fun.
the next thing too? As you mentioned it, that used to do everything on the 24th. Why my mother? I used to be wondering why mommy used to wait until the 23rd and 24th to do everything. She would be at midnight putting up curtains, midnight baking ham and
Because they want the next day to look different.
yeah, and baking black cake and midnight. But I used to see my mother though on Christmas morning useless, so tired.
That was my Christmas experience. You know?
Yeah, so
that?
You
tired.
wake up, you open a gift, you eat food, Christmas
sleep
done.
for the rest of the day.
Christmas is
because
over.
you're born,
That
you're
is it.
tired.
Well,
for
I
me-
was real different then, but
So for
I guess
me-
I still so
Yes, you
little
are.
energetic and
Yes,
be
you
ready
are.
to go again in the morning.
Yeah.
Nah.
Pumping. Just get 3 hours,
Yeah.
4 hours sleep.
So I
I
realized
actually
we
used to tell
parang in the
myself
people's
I
house.
would never be like my mother, and I did it.
She reach
Such
as
a
far,
rule.
let she even clean. We talk about broom.
Like
Is a witch?
In that respect, I was like, no way. I used to feel sorry for her. She used to like to do it, but I used to feel sorry for her.
But my accent genuine question, I say, it's talking about, you used to like it though? When you wake up in the morning and the place looking
But
different, it's
of
smelling
course.
nice.
yeah,
As
but
a
why we
child-
can't do that throughout the whole year? Why waiting for the whole year and
Yeah.
everything to build
That's
up?
not
But
my
I ask
point,
you a
you know,
question.
Kyle.
I know, but I
Clean
ask you a
within
question. You
2
talk about why
days.
we could do that, right? You could do it,
What's that?
You could be cleaning and thing and doing all them
No,
thing
no,
right,
no,
No,
Joe.
but why talking about cleaning, right? You want to get rid of all the old this, all the old that. That could have been done before.
Last year.
No, why wait till the last 2 days
And then
and
it's
fill out
stress,
yourself
it's
to the
stress.
point?
Because
Yeah.
coming
Because
up.
little children like you go be dotting up the whole place
No,
as fast as they
as
can.
a child, even I knew that didn't make sense. I was like, this don't make no sense.
It's like when people say, fool a bed and
Yeah.
you're going and lie down in it. You understand?
Well,
So,
some
but I
people
don't
like
mind,
to do it.
I don't mind Christmas house looking nice and clean.
Everybody
but
like that.
All our work
Yeah,
within this
boy.
little, why wait until the last minute?
Yeah.
That's my thing. That used to really bother me and they put pressure on me. Clean your room, do this, dust this. It's like, oh,
Well, my pressure was worse because I think in Jesus inspecting what I do.
yeah, see, that,
See?
that,
So
that's
you're supposed
what
to
I love
have a
about
joy.
it.
You're supposed to have a joy because the Lord,
pressure.
if you know Jesus coming and inspecting what you're doing, you have a joy.
I used to
Jesus
be
coming.
pressure.
Yeah, mommy, it's your hard blow there.
Yeah. She know that's the only way she can.
Because she just passed, you know, you dust so, so going on. Your backslide.
The only thing you used to like for Christmas, you still like it now, is like the fruitcake and thing.
No,
Oh, okay.
Ham. See the ham?
I'm not a big ham person.
Ham is on the level of the gifts. You see when they start to smell of ham?
The
so?
smell of it, yes.
Wait,
Yes.
I don't know if this.
But after my
things that
first
smell
hops
of-
and ham, I don't want to see ham again. It was never
What do you mean?
like
Yeah,
after the initial when it cut and it hot and it slices and it.
That's it.
I know next day I'm not gonna eat ham.
Nah, eating that
Wow.
ham till it get to the bone and then you skip over that last piece of fat. That's the thing, right? I think
My mom was a Muslim, so but she's so I grew up. No, you see the ham beef ham, so I don't know. And it smells good.
why is that?
They say people there. That I say people
What is-
when they say
what's
beef
beef
ham,
ham?
they be like, "Where's that?"
No, but
It
it
had
have
to be
ham of
pork.
everything, eh?
I know, but it had to be pork. But I just never really.
Right
grew
here
up.
to have fish ham.
Yeah, that
It's a fish
ham
ham.
is just curing the meat. So,
Yes, it has
fish
fish ham.
ham.
so it could be
Yes.
anything.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm serious. It
And
has
they
fish ham.
compress it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
I,
what
I want to live just a piece of fish.
That was stage and never saw for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know,
Live every stages.
so other than all these things, right? You know, we celebrating, we doing this, we having fun, whatever. What point in time did you see it? Do you still celebrate Christmas in that to that degree?
No way.
What about yourself?
My family's small. So, like I said, Christmas is just open your gifts and everybody eat and everybody fall
Oh,
asleep.
so they still buy gift and cook and
The gifts kind of died down because everybody old now and you could fend for yourself. So that after a while, I started watching Christmas tree and I seen one gift, no gift. I said, oh,
the shop appointments are getting money too.
Yeah,
the whole
them-
I mean shopping.
yeah. So
Of
them
course,
days
you
just
talk about
done.
the world itself,
See,
the
that-
shopping part.
You see, that is the part that annoys me to the core.
I don't like that.
You see the pressure to buy gifts and the crowd and the in the malls and the lines and the traffic. I just want to go. And I want to say that makes me, if it was easier, fine, but that makes me want to do nothing. Because
Okay.
just to go in the grocery
Anywhere.
is anything. So you just want to go in the grocery, pick up a loaf of bread and it's people, the drug
That's why
lines.
they go in grocery and go buy parlor and thing when they want to pick up
Sorry,
bread
there are
and
no
thing.
parlors in my area.
It have super farm.
There's
It
no
have just a
parlours.
high stush parlor.
It's not a parlor.
It's a high
And
stush
the line
parlor.
I went today, one cashier and the line down the end of the corridor,
Uh-huh.
same thing.
Okay, well, you do know it have saviors now, right? The always call them the hopsmen and the must be on the side of the road.
Very good.
It's Quelo.
Yeah.
Quelo.
Yeah, right by you. It have a Quelo man right outside.
They should be selling
the
around
roundabout.
too. At the
There's
same
traffic to
time.
stop by that traffic. You can't stop for that Quilo in this traffic.
okay,
Yeah,
Christmas traffic.
The shopping thing.
Anyhow,
I
all they
don't
can
know
tell
my
us
life.
online when it is always stop believing in Santa Claus and because I know for some people they cry when they find out Santa Claus, they grow up
Nah, I
believing
didn't cry.
Santa Claus real.
It's true.
But you never see the man, right?
Well, that's the idea behind it. You're not supposed to see him.
So my question is, right? Logistically speaking, so Santa waiting for every child,
Logistically, okay, good.
Go ahead,
waiting for
Keelan.
every child to fall asleep to then come. He do that in a day
Of course.
He have magic powers.
Of course.
Santa not no ordinary
mean?
man, you know.
because Onika said 80th Street every time.
Let me tell
She
you
fall asleep,
something.
Santa Claus come.
That is how Santa Claus is stay fit. He kind of big, right? So the whole year the man don't be doing nothing. So you say for that year, I need to exert myself. And I going all over the world and just dropping down in chimney. And so that year he's getting all the exercise.
I think what really give it away for me is that
You know,
I had no
he free up
chimney.
himself, eh?
Where the chimney? I know my parents locking the doors. How we
How
get
he-
inside?
He have magic powers, Keelan.
No. I never heard that. All I know is he coming
No.
through the chimney.
No, but no.
But if you have magic powers, why you doing that then?
So that how Santa Claus used to come in on the house, I really believe.
That's what they showing you on TV, Kyle.
Oh, I thought, well, I thought more for you as a child, what they used to tell you, because I know I know
No,
chimney.
nobody tell me that, but I know I don't have none. The
Right.
house lock is burglar proof it. Unless Santa become a mini
So that you
Santa.
didn't know you have a master key?
My cousins tell me they used
Could
to leave
open
the-
all gate all over the
they
world.
used to leave the door open.
Oh. That is why you start ratting in the house, and
No, not
Oh.
open like they
Who
never
used
used
to
to
leave
lock
it
it.
open?
They used to leave it open for him, my cousins.
The room door.
No, the house door, the front door.
Anyhow, guys, let me go to the we're gonna talk about now. You know, I know the reason why we're saying, you know, that does it have maybe some pagan, because reality it really does have things like, and you know, some of y'all might be shocked to know that some of the things that we actually participate in, like you used to put up a tree, you used to do certain things, and maybe we want to explain fully what we mean by that because by nearly everything is a pagan things what we
True.
talk about, and nearly
Yeah.
every single thing when you look back in life, from the calendar go straight down, everything have some kind of form where they introduce some kind of, they try to get rid of some pagan thing by replacing it with something
Some
else, right?
Christianity.
Because, and then we will get into the second segment about what you know, where the, if it does have pagan roots, which we're saying it does, and to some degree, and we want to explain where some of these things, what would represent, you know what I mean? So let me go to the comment section and let me hear what is going on online.
All right, okay. So good night, everybody. So we have Enyala. She's saying hello, family. And we have a top fan in the midst, Crystal M. Lewis. Yes, you're a top fan on Real Talk. She's saying, hey. Good night to you, Enyala. Good night, JJ Allen. He's asking about a Christmas play. I think that was based on the comments before. We're not putting on a Christmas play. I think that's for next year, right, Nix? Not a Christmas play. Probably he meant maybe we do the play around Christmas time, yeah? Crystal actually said she was really looking forward to tonight. That's good. Good night to you, Rachel. Good night, Danielle, Philip, Cindy. Good night to you. Now, one of the questions that we ask is, what age did you stop believing in Santa Claus? I'm seeing Adele said here 5. That's pretty young. I think Crystal said 6. I can't remember for me. I really can't remember because my sister was born when I was probably 4 years after me. So I think I kept on believing a little bit for her sake. So maybe about 9 or 10, I probably stopped believing, right? Let me see. Crystal made a really good comment. Let me look for it here. She says, I believe that a lot of people participate in things that I guess they are not aware of the origin. And it's mainly because of what they were taught as children, which is very true. And never looked into the meaning. So that's why we do certain things and not knowing where we came from. That is very true, Crystal. Very, very true. Good night, Sammy Dread. Good night to you. It's a long time. Right, Adele, about 5 years when I caught... Oh, Adele actually caught her mom putting the gifts under the tree. I think that happens to most people. And she said, so where did... Adele continues to say, I look forward to licking the cake bowl when mommy baking cake. Actually, me too, but not my mom cake bowl. My grandmother, she used to make a wicked sponge cake. That's what I look forward to. Indira is saying good night to you. Good night, Carolyn. Angelia, good night, Angel. She's saying my mom never entertained Santa in our home. She always told us she used to be Santa. Santa wasn't taking any credit for all the gifts she worked hard to buy. I could see Angie saying that. Well done, Angie. So no Santa. I don't think my parents ever really told us about Santa so much. They didn't really push it. We would have known about Santa from watching TV and that kind of thing. So yeah, good night to you, God. Good night. So yes, keep the comments coming, keep the likes coming, keep the shares coming. We're going to share some greater stuff in the second segment, answer some of your questions. If you have any questions about the origin of the Christmas tree, now is the time to ask. So yeah, I think that's it. Back to you, Kyle.
Who's the giveaway?
Oh, I was waiting for the giveaway noise. I don't get it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to do it.
All right, so tonight's giveaway is going to go to our top fan, Crystal M. Lewis. Yay! She has won a magnetic cell phone holder event. So contact us when you're ready to collect your prize. You could inbox us after. The magnetic cell phone holder is yours. Let me see if there's any other comment here. Farisa says good night. Good night to you. Continue watching. Continue sharing. Let me see if there are any other comments. Right, so I think that's it. Back to you, Kyle.
Hey, awesome stuff, guys. Remember to encourage you all to be, participate in it. We're just having some fun here tonight, see, now we talk about things that, it coming from pagan. We know that there are a lot of traditions, even with Easter, we talk about Easter today. But we know them bunny and them kind of thing had nothing to do with no resurrection. When Jesus was resurrected, he didn't say go and find no egg. You know what I mean? He never say, like play hide and seek all it. I'm going and hide egg in the backyard, in the garden. And they're going to look fit, right? We know that has nothing to do with the Lord, right?
Nothing.
So, see, now we start off maybe saying that maybe Jesus wasn't born on that time. We could see maybe why it kind of makes sense that he wasn't really born around that time. That's the time of everything when he was. If you watch his birth, it will line up with anything which we see in the world today, right?
Winter, but it wasn't winter. He was in a manger. It wasn't properly covered. The animals was outside. It was,
we know that is like total opposite, right?
Yeah.
So where did this thing really come from? You know what I mean? Now, where we know how to explain it, right? Now, years ago, pagans, they used to worship, pagan worship is anything, right? Pagan used to worship, pagan worship is not just like the specific to one thing, right? All kind of demonic. How to explain this is really that there are many demonic elements into the world, right? And Satan obviously would like somehow to have control over people, right? So he tries to inject himself in every different way, right? So one of the things they would say is a god called Saturnalia. And one of the things it represents is really to do with the sun and different things like that. And we know, if you used to read the little part, that around that time, they used to have people with all kind of drunkenness. It's like a whole festive thing.
Let me
used to
tell you
happen,
what
right?
Saturnalia, Christmas tree.
If you want to read a little piece about it, you know what I mean?
Just a little piece. Got a lot of stuff open.
Yeah, you have a what?
A lot of stuff.
Where the accent come from?
A lot of stuff.
I I'm traveling, so I'm just trying to work on it.
Oh, you're trying to work on it. That's why you're talking to.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, interesting. But yeah, you ready?
Um, I'll find it. You go ahead. I'll find it.
So around that time, they used to be worshiping in different forms, right? And one of the things they believe is that, like we know today, right? Like when Christmas coming,
Yeah.
because of the position in the earth and different things, the sun is get darker earlier,
Earlier, right?
right? And well, in different parts of the world, obviously, the darkness is being much longer,
Right.
right? Because of the position and yeah. So back then, they remember winter, different things happening. They used to feel like the light, if you want to call it, was so far away from them from being like coming in, right? So what used to happen is when they realized on the 25th is actually when the cycle used to change and
Yeah.
they would realize, well, wait, now the sun coming back out.
Yes.
So they used to attribute that to this god, right?
Yes.
And they started to worship it. And
Yeah.
one of the things they would do is like,
Well, Saturnalia was that god represented was lawless. It was a drunken time in Rome
right.
where literally anything was okay. And the law was suspended for a stretch of time.
Right.
It actually, from reading it, it actually sounded like carnival. Yeah. It
Well,
happened.
Carnival right around the corner and Trinidad,
Yeah.
but go ahead.
It was a time of role playing, revelry, free speech, gift giving. So you all see where the gift giving comes from.
Right.
So, what I want to encourage people to do actually for themselves. Okay, can I give a little story? This is a
Sure,
good
you
story
go
time.
ahead and give us a story
Right.
if you would like, ma'am.
We had a member of our ministry who started doing some research on Christmas on his own.
Right.
And what he found really astonished him. So he came back to us and he was like, I remember his wife telling me, my God, because she loves Christmas. And so he just shut down Christmas in their home, right? Literally. So she was kind of devastated because she was one of the people who love everything about Christmas. And he
Right.
shut it down.
Right.
So she was devastated. But he would come and tell us all these things and I would ignore it. And I'm like, gosh, people can be fanatical, eh? This is what I used to say. I totally ignored him for years, actually.
Right.
Until what made me, something made
We
me.
did a youth meeting.
Right. We did a youth meeting and it was in discussion. So I had to do research. And every time I research, everything that I put up, every article, the origins of Christmas was based on the worship of this god, Saturnalia.
Right.
I checked the tree. That's a whole pagan thing. People used to worship the tree and have orgies around the tree. Every single decoration that we hang on the tree has a symbol. You know
Right.
the bulb-like things? That's cow balls. They represents cow balls.
Say that again?
Listen, I'll say it again. Do not take my word for it. I would suggest every believer go and research for yourself. Every single decoration, okay. The tree is decorated.
It's not further, right? It'll be cow testicles. Go ahead.
Cow balls. Anyway,
I know you go ahead.
it looks like a ball. The decoration looks like a ball.
I know it. Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
but smaller. So
It's getting worse.
the thing that has a thing,
Right.
you know the what you call that fluffy, the streamers.
Yeah, streamers
That
with
was
snakes.
They used to put snakes.
Snakes around it.
Yeah. Even the lights had a symbol. The lights on the tree. What was the lights?
This is like in core pagan days, right? Not obviously as things evolve, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yes.
Right. So I kept researching and researching. And I'd go to different sites and I'd realize everybody's saying the same thing. And I'm like, this is truth, right? So I was like, the first thing that struck me, the thing that affected me the most, I would say, was the Christmas tree. But here why? Because every single thing that we still do on the tree was what they did originally. But obviously, we're not going to pick a cow balls and hang it on a tree.
Thank
right?
God for that.
Yeah? Or go and get a snake and put it around your tree. But we actually have the literal things. We actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you put this around your tree, if somebody come back from those days, they will know it's a snake you representing. If they
Right.
come and see the balls, they will know that, if they see the lights. You don't have a
The
problem with
circles,
it.
the circles. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, right? So when I saw that, I was like, I said on there, I am never putting a tree in my house again because
Right.
of what it symbolized and the fact that the decorations that I'm putting up still sort of resembles what it was, right?
Well, I guess to clarify, what happened was when obviously believers in Roman time,
Right.
they got saved and different things. They realized, well, just like today, right? I was reading that even when America was founded, right? They actually did the research themselves and they realized, wait, now, they have a lot of pagan roots to this thing and they actually tried to stop celebrating Christmas.
They
But
tried,
actually, it
yeah.
lasts for some time, like almost like 20 years, and they realized it was just so powerful they couldn't do nothing about it. It's like today, imagine you
Trying
just
to
say,
stop carnival.
Stop, yeah. You just can't do anything about it, right?
Shut
Try to
down.
stop it now.
Everything shut down.
Try
Yeah.
to stop it now.
Because
Everything.
obviously
Riot.
it have little things about it that you can't deny it have, maybe where you say people giving gifts and people used to enjoy at that point in time, right? And obviously when it happened, Constantine came in and one of the things he tried to do is he tried to, all these people, remember they were pagans before,
Right.
and what he said is, let me try and phase it out in a certain way. So you all realize, I don't know if anybody ever realized, I mean, when I realized, whoa, why do you used to put apples on the tree? It's because what they used to believe, instead of we do it in that kind of way with snakes and different things.
And cowballs.
They say, well, let me put some apples on the tree, and let me give it a different meaning, where they say, no, this is the tree of life.
I never had an apple on my tree though, but
Alright.
just go ahead.
I used to have apple on my tree. You never had any kind of styrofoam looking ones? Yeah. It's be styrofoam looking ones.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Brother.
You actually thought it's real apple?
Brother man, you thought it's real apples.
No, obviously not. But like I never asked myself why apples on the tree.
Right, so that's what they used to
My
use
mind
to have
blown
apple
right
on it.
now. Yeah.
Right, so what they used to do is they say, all right, let me make it into the tree of life. Where they say, no, instead of this pagan thing with snakes and different things,
Apples.
they put apples on the tree.
Tree.
Right, but obviously back then it was real apples. It wasn't because they had, like
That
when they
make
put
more
real
sense.
snakes, they
A
put
little
real,
banana, a little Portugal.
because that's where it's grown tree, not a snake, and not a cow testing it.
That's
Them
what I
things
say.
don't grow on tree. Yeah, and with the tree actually represent in like maybe later history, because the tree actually had different, actually there's a verse in the Bible where God in Jeremiah he talks about a man goes into he talk about idolatry, he goes down, he chop down a tree, he decorate it, he bow down and he worship it. And then he say that he worshiping a God, and it's actually the purpose it obviously is to do with a tree, but it's really to really show the symbolism that how people when it comes to idolatry, how people worshiping the own thing that they created. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's kind of
yes.
weird, you know?
Yeah.
That and God was really trying to expose people
And
that
make up this thing,
yeah.
Yes.
then worship it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually a lot of Christians they use that verse to say, well, you see, you're worshiping an idol.
Yeah.
You know, but we believe that at least this is not where it's gonna go all kind of different ways, right? Because as believers we have different views on this topic because obviously it touches to some people. You know, I mean Keelan's getting mind blown. You know, all I hear Crystal Martin done say she tree.
She play with that.
Yeah, you know, she wanna pop she tree, she can't wait that she trying to put gift on the tree. Yeah? You know, she can't just wait to have she tree for she Christmas. But maybe Nika, you say any total opposite.
I promise after that day I not putting up no tree in my house. How can I do that? How can I do that? Just what it represents, it's a mad scene.
Right. So
But if it was a Portugal tree, that makes sense. Yes, that
And you know what too? Why? Even the gift giving and that was all a part of it too now. And you know what? Okay, if the tree was just a decoration, nothing to do with Christmas or Jesus' birth, just a
Right.
decoration people used to put in their house, I would say, well, yeah. But the irony that you're bringing this thing in your home and it's so evil and it's supposed to be representing something to do with Jesus and his birth.
yeah, well,
that get me
I
vexed.
guess they're going to too that where they say that remember the same sun God and I believe the sun that was his time again to shine.
Yeah.
So what they say is that Jesus like put that towards the birth of Christ.
Yes,
He's really
yeah.
the sun and he represents light. So they say, well, all right, let me attribute it now to say, well, this is the scenario that are gonna happen right now because partially the big thing is that if this was just say like just done this thing, it would of course a riot because in the Roman Empire, like I said, they worshiping this thing basically, right? So for them it was a challenge to say, well, you know,
to stop it.
to
yeah.
just stop it. So they say instead of doing that, let me just adjust it a little bit. Let me put towards Jesus. Now, personally, me, I can't decide if that is right and wrong in that, you know, in that context. I know when I say I'm totally wrong for doing this, they're totally wrong for doing that, they're totally wrong because outside of that, we know today a lot of people know about Jesus actually because of that whole scenario, right? A lot of people actually come to know who Jesus was and that he actually was born and you
True,
know.
because you asked the question, was Christmas about mommy? Was Christmas?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you actually taught in schools when it's Christmas time
Yeah.
about the birth of Jesus.
Well, reality is now they're actually trying to move out
Yeah.
in like America schools. They're trying to get it and they're trying to make Santa Claus the focus. And,
But-
but outside of that, right? Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
You
Like,
don't want to say
No, I was
something?
like, it just made me think about how powerful culture is.
yeah.
And so, if people so tied and connected to this culture, then it almost feel like as a ruler or leader, you can't touch that.
Right.
Sure, right.
You understand? And that is a scary thing.
You're sure right.
Yeah.
You understand? So that if you say, nah, we're done with Christmas. But then when you think about it long term, is it the best decision to do? Because many times in the world, people try that with all different things, whether it be Christian music and different things. And alright, we don't want to be too abrasive, so we just let it slide. But what you're compromising to let it slide now? You understand?
Right.
So it just made me think this people really love their culture, but they're not giving up that tree. You know, because they grew up with it now. So if you come and tell them, now, hey, that's pagan, it's going to be
Right.
hard for them to let that go.
Because here's my question, maybe if some people wondering out there, right, Unika? I'm a Christian, I put up my tree. I didn't really know fully all these things, right? So you telling me I worship in a demon, a pagan god? You telling me when I do this? So
no,
what's
you're
your
not
thoughts on that?
worshiping a demon or pagan god. And in
Right.
fact, you're doing it in ignorance too,
Right.
right? Well, I was doing it very merrily and happily before.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come to certain knowledge of things, you have a choice to make. You could,
Right.
you know what I mean? That's just natural in life. And I'm not saying that my choice, how should I say? It's just a personal way I felt about it. I actually got mad when
Right.
when I realized what it symbolized. And so I didn't want anything to do with it. But everybody have a choice with what they do with truth. That's
Right.
how I.
Could it spiritually affect somebody, though?
I don't think so.
They had to go that level to worship
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Or
had a-
here how it could affect you. Here how I think it could affect you. As with any other truth, if the Holy Spirit reveals truth to you and you don't adjust, you don't, like it's a personal thing, like how I felt,
Right.
and I say, but you know what, I'm doing this for so much years, why not continue? Then I think that's like just being disobedient in a way. You know what I mean? Because it was a personal conviction that I had now.
Right.
But somebody who just make a choice to continue and say, gosh, I just like my tree, it's pretty, you know?
I think attach a, like if you listen to spiritually, I think definitely attach a Christmas right now is a spiritual covetousness.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know what I mean? And I think that affects people. And when many times when it comes to like how people say they worship certain things and it could affect them spiritually, that is actually what the biggest thing I think affect people spiritually, covetousness. And that way where they take their salary to do everything and they
banks
thing and
make
it
the
just
most money at
and
Christmas
it's
time
just
with loans.
designed for you
Yep.
to
Most money.
sacrifice everything to have a nice thing to do
Yeah.
this and
No, well, can you remember what Nick was saying about the spirits, the worship of it? Is that
Right.
you're giving up all the rules for a
Right.
period. You're having orgies and you do. So basically, it's about you in that time now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and so you see that today because, like, I was thinking to myself, what? I have a lot of things about Christmas I don't like. All right, Black Friday coming up, right? Okay, so it's giving. When that time come up and people fighting for the TV, is it because they want to give their granny?
well,
I want this for my granny. And they kicking on each other all the way to put this
Remember
yes,
Black Friday, I think linked to it's not even a link
not-
to
I don't think
anything.
it linked to
It's
Christmas,
it's Thanksgiving. That's
Yeah, but
actually
they,
when it's
they
happening.
link it to it's that whole period. You understand?
Yeah.
They have, I guess they have
People is
sale
do
after
things
that,
for
but,
the.
Without Black Friday,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a frenzy,
Yeah.
right?
True.
People who have to work longer hours, Christmas time, everybody, they use the season to make money. All
Obviously.
commercial, retail, everybody
making money.
making money.
Well,
it's
that's
a-
the time of the year I think companies like
Yeah.
retail places make the most money, right? Christmas.
and people have perfectly good fridge and stove, and they buy, they want new fridge and
Christmas.
stove.
Gotta get this for Christmas. New curtains.
And that's
for
why I'm
Christmas.
saying where this thing where it actually started to affect your life, where
Yeah.
now it's about things rather than the real purpose, you know. But outside that's it, we're going to explain maybe as a believer where we should where we should go, right? But anything else along the topic of right, we talk about it come from all we talk about the history of it, all the different worships behind it. Well, else you think maybe you could say, well, this was evil about Christmas. We all think.
Well, okay, let's not say All right, evil is
Proud
taking it.
scroll.
Evil may be taking it too far, but almost everything we do, the gift giving, it's a lot to read, right? But
Right.
again, guys, you do your research, right?
I wanna hear about
And
the gift
even
giving.
Saint Nicholas,
And I want to say the one I think I also gotta mention is Santa
Santa.
Claus.
Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas.
Just the idea behind Santa Claus. is
Yeah, I was
very
like,
evil.
where that come on from?
Well, I mean,
What?
and I just don't mean to cut your right names, but I guess you could gather where you want to gather there, right? But what really evil about Santa Claus is not, you know, it has nothing to do with gift and different things. It's the concept where they try to teach children that if it is you behave good, you deserve something. And you realize that's actually totally against Jesus.
Yeah.
So when you teach somebody that, it's actually teaching them contrary to the love. So you
Love
say,
of
they
God,
say you
yeah.
celebrating Christmas where this was the gift that, where Jesus was the gift that's given to the world, that whether you're good or you're bad, he came here for you. Now here's this man called Saint Nicholas, meaning where he come from, right? And well, which really, I just, as a young boy growing up, I used to really call him Satan, and that's words spelled wrong different. But Santa Claus, no, telling you as a child, imagine, and I want to know something, it actually destroy children's mind when they let them have this
Yeah.
concept, you're growing up and they have to do good.
Remember
And
the
if,
real
this,
work that boy.
and if it is you don't do good,
But
you
it
don't
works.
get a
But it
gift.
works.
She getting it clean.
And what does end up happening is you
To make
grow
you
up in
behave
life
good, yeah.
actually relating to God that way.
Yeah.
We actually think that it's actually where you so many times people say this is my conscience, but when they really realize where you go back down to, you was actually taught to actually think that way, where you say to in a simple way like that,
Yeah.
that if you do good, you'll get good. But if it is you do bad, bad go happen
You
to
get
you.
cool, you get a
know what
bag
I
of
mean?
coals.
Yeah, and early and truly where you're teaching the children is actually not unconditional love.
True.
You're not teaching them, especially today in this world where it's so sickening, where children, they might do a little bad in school. They had a whole pressure, a whole month, and now we tell them because they do bad. Yes, may start some children, they skylacking, they do never. But they have bigger reasons why they're doing that, right? I can tell for myself, I waste my whole life in school, I just didn't have purpose. So it had nothing to do with me not wanting to study and not whatever like that, right? But my point is now Christmas coming and they're telling them, well, you didn't do behave good, you wasn't doing this, so nothing again for you. Obviously, they're going to just rebel in life more
Yeah.
because they're
Parents
feeling
actually
not
did that
loved.
though?
Yeah, parents just treat their children like that.
Remember, they used to tell me that to make me behave good, but because I was good at, it was easy.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? To behave good.
Yeah.
But
She get your line in right.
you would actually not give a child gifts and say, well, it was
They might
good this
still,
year.
what they do, they still maybe buy something for you,
But
but
now-
not
now
what
they
they
want.
what not they really want.
Wow.
Get him a book, a calculator.
Shucks.
They
Or
get
Nah, they
dictionary.
go still buy like gift
A
and things for you,
dictionary.
bruh. Yeah?
Bad dictionary.
And
for
even
them.
if they still buy something for you,
Read
within
that.
a longer time, that's what they're actually teaching you. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So that's what I would say along the lines. Anything?
Well, everything. So from the gift giving to the fruit cake
I want to hear what the gift giving.
to the Yuletide to caroling to the mistletoe.
so who, Carolyn?
Yeah, caroling. The wreaths. The wreaths were.
Carolyn, they're listening.
They thought that wreaths used to ward off evil spirits and witches and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why they spit on the door.
Yeah, so that's why they put outside
So
the
you're
door.
wondering why you put a wreath on your door, right?
So wait, hold up. You have this tree with the snakes
Right.
Yeah,
inside the house.
right.
Yeah.
But they reach outside to keep
And
people
the
out.
cow balls,
Right.
and they will keep all these. Okay. Alright, cool, no problem. No, but I really wanted to tell me about the gift
It's a
giving.
big.
though.
You go and read it. It's a lot. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. It's a
Gosh.
lot of reading. Yeah, it's a lot of reading.
Yeah?
It's tied to Saint Nicholas, and he took in 3 girls because they wanted to, whoever they was staying with wanted to prostitute them, so he took them in so they would not be. He paid dowry for them, so they wouldn't pay off the families for them. Listen, it's a long story. Read it.
Right.
But he was a good guy, Saint Nicholas.
Right.
He protected the girls, right?
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. But almost every aspect of Christmas, everything that we do that is that we call tradition is based on some pagan practice.
No, this way, I'm going to ask you the personal question, right? Is there, I mean, we're going to the comment section, all right? So leave all the comments. Let me know what you think. You're all hearing this information. You're all hearing about these different things. But what is you think, honestly, when it is, I know we're saying culture, right? But to them, this wasn't just culture. They was actually worshiping something. Like for me, like when I talk about when I worshiping God and different things, there are certain ritualistic things that happen we see in the Jewish nation, but it actually represents something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All these things had a meaning, the coming
Yeah,
of Christ.
yeah, yeah.
You
like
understand?
communion.
Yeah.
We do a ritual now.
Yeah.
They wouldn't call it a ritual, but
Yeah.
Jesus told us, commanded us to have communion.
Right.
And we've been doing that for centuries. And,
Right. So
know,
these people would
based
have
on-
done things,
yeah.
but it actually was not ritual to them.
Right.
They believed that when they was doing certain things, it
It's,
meant
yeah,
certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would give worship in a demonic being.
Yeah.
They would do. So now we're saying that now this was the culture. But really and truly to them, it really was not culture. You know, I catch where I'm coming
So
from.
part of
now?
the
Like,
life,
even,
yeah.
like even today, right? We know in Trinidad that there are many people who celebrate carnival. But then when you go and ask all these people who really into carnival, who really into carnival, who produce music, who do different things, they would tell you that a demonic spirit called Bacchus would come on them and they would go out and... So I mean is, you might think I just, this Bacchus God thing and whatever, but this is what they're really doing.
Yeah.
You know, catch where I'm coming from now. They're actually going and doing demonic things and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So would you say that even though it have tradition, like it passed on because there was times going on, do you think that people still should be a little more aware that when they're celebrating this thing, they actually had a meaning behind it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it actually was something real. You know what I mean?
I guess that was one. I'll be honest. When I did that research, it was one of the biggest eye-opening things for me. And what kind of shocked me is that I was doing this thing for so many years just because it was handed down as a tradition
Right.
without questions
Yeah,
asked.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like how you're born into a religion and you just go along with it because this is what your parents say and you think that you're in the right now.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm just doing all this just because it's what I saw, it's what everybody, And I was like, I started thinking, what else in my life I could be just doing that is
Yeah,
just the
passed
same thing
down,
now,
yeah.
Right.
So I think as a believer, when you come to the knowledge of certain things, ignorance is one thing, right? You can't really be judged based on something you're ignorant about.
Right.
But the Holy Spirit could bring everything to light, right?
Yeah.
Once you get the knowledge of these things, I believe you could, your choice is to do some more research on your own or just you could ignore it.
I find it strange though that this thing's so popular. All this Santa this, elves, but you ain't hear nothing about that. So why is that the case now?
What do you mean you're not hearing?
Like about the snake and
Right, yeah,
In find
yeah.
out, right. So we tell you all this, but
Yeah,
don't
because
study
people,
that.
nobody gonna sell. People will be like,
Yeah,
"What
because
you
remember
talking about?"
that's what the point of our concern. They did, that is actually what they did. Replace it with what we say good things, what we would consider now like maybe good things. So obviously now people not really paying a snake on their thing.
Get into question.
There's
So that
actually a
time
new
phase
thing that
out
they're
where
doing
now
now
with-
with
with-
elves. Chrissy was alerting me because she would watch a couple YouTube families, right?
Mm-hmm.
They call it a elf, like it's an elf in elf on the shelf, as
That's
I
why it's
put
elf
it.
yourself, and I want to say
Elf on the Shelf, right?
Uh-huh.
Elf on the Shelf, Christmas tradition, children picture book. It's from a book, Christmas theme, right? But when you do research about this elf, there's certain things you can't do that's get the elf vexed and all kind of things. So I say, well, this elf is a real being.
What?
Elf on the Shelf, you research it, huge in America.
wow.
Can't do certain things.
Well, the elf parents tell children stupidness. Let me see if I could find.
Well, let's do some research. Let me go to the comment section.
Right, parents
What is
cannot touch the elf on the shelf. Children are not allowed to touch the elf on the shelf, or they will lose their magic on them. Secondly, the elf must never move or speak when people are home. So what they tell the children is that once you're not there, the elves, they talk, they speak, they do things, but as soon as you come, they freeze, but they're really real. So children believe this kind of stupidness, right? Research it, elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
Wow.
This what this is, all these things is really just to give place to demonic beings.
Yeah.
What I mean is, if it is actually, I catch something,
Yeah.
it's not actually doing anything, you know?
Yeah.
But if it is you give it the place where
Yes,
a person can
it's an
believe
opportunity.
that, because I'll give you an example, right? Once
Yeah.
you're praying for somebody,
Yeah.
and deep in their heart, they was going through, there was other channels looking for answers, right? And I grew up doing that, but that never happened to me, where you play, shake the magic 8-ball and
Right.
ask the answer. But to them, it actually means something.
Wow.
So they shake it and they really was looking for this answer and they had to pursue. And when they did it, they came in agreement with a demonic being. But they say, well, all right, if this happened, and they say it's true in their heart, and they went and pursued. So when we was praying for the person, like demonic thing manifest, they said she came in agreement when she shake the magic ball,
Right.
and she believed it.
Right.
Yeah, so all Satan wants people to do is actually just come into a
And
form of a
children
lie. You
believe
know?
these things.
Yeah,
just
so
like-
as a
Yeah,
little
wait,
child,
says here. If your elf on the shelf didn't move, they may be trying to communicate an important message to you. If your elf is accidentally touched, they may have just enough energy to get to the North Pole, but not enough magic to create a whole new scene in your home. So this elf Elf
Ariel
and the Shelf.
Power.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
like
serious.
what Kyle said, and then if you really think about it, who's the target market?
Yeah, children.
It's to
And
just
Satan not playing. He
it's
want
just
them
from a
children
little child
small.
to warp the children's mind and thoughts and
And then the parents passing it on.
Yeah.
all is because of, like we say, in this cultural thing that you want to hold on to, right? So we
Yeah.
want to get into maybe now, before we go to comment, just to tell you all, right, what really, as I believe, we should really doing for Christmas. If I could still be part of it, right? But let me go to the comment section, let me hear you going on online there, Crystal.
Quietly. So we have Aisha Ford saying it's an interesting topic. Aisha, I so totally agree with you. Crystal said she never looked into the tree before, which is good information. All in my mind blown. Now I know the Christmas tree had pagan roots, right? But the part with the snakes representing the streamers, I did not know that. The part with the listen, I was in New York for Thanksgiving just a couple days ago. My aunt, Auntie Lisa, listen, she could decorate a tree. I help her hang up the balls on the tree and it looks so nice. But after now knowing that that is what it represents, sorry, Olia, I'm really having a hard time now. It hard, no, I didn't know all of that. I just thought, well, you know, but it kind of, it make it all, yeah. It hard. Right? And actually, I'm not the only one with the struggle. Renelle Medina says, I am currently listening to you all while decorating. Not sure if that's a good idea. Listen, Renelle, all I have to say to you, be led of the Spirit. When you hold that ball in your hand, you decide, yeah. If I were you, I would drop the ball. But I love what Onika said. Knowledge is power, and as believers, we have a choice to make. Now, after knowing that, I could understand, based on the decision that she make after knowing that, how could she then put a tree in your house knowing that that is what it represented? And also to look into all of the things that you just grew up knowing. Well, this is tradition. Not everything is a tradition that you have to continue. So it pays to do your research, right? Good night to you, Usha. I'm seeing you joining us. Ruth Joseph said good night, good night. Sammy Dread has a question. He said, did your parents explain to you how a child or your brother or sister was born when you were young? No, he's saying they tricked us. So it's the same with Santa, which is true. Keisha Nash, who's another top fan, is saying what stripping is. I'm not too sure what her comment, maybe linked to what we were
elf
talking
thing.
about before with the elf.
Elf and the Shelf.
Rachel McNiss says, parents tell their children if they behave naughty, the elf would go back and tell some. Oh,
Right. Oh.
wow. So they don't buy no elf.
So they put in so the elf, the demon watching in your house. Sorry.
Yeah, my goodness. Wow. Or like if any of you all have elves in your house, get rid of it, please. Keisha is saying, wow. Right, everybody coming out now. Debbie Monroe says, good night, guys. She says, personally, having grown up with the tree tradition, tried not doing so this year, good for you, but I gave in because it was against my conscience. I felt I would feel depressed not seeing it. Oh God, Debbie, I understand, right? But for us, Christmas is not so much about the tree. I think we have been so ingrained in the years thinking that this is what Christmas is all about, and
crash.
it's not.
I want to try to afford a
Would that
crash.
be
Yeah,
next
or
year, okay?
yes, a crush or nice nativity scene. Now, there are a
Crush.
couple of things that I have done over the years to disassociate myself from what they have made Christmas into being. You see the last minute buying and the pressure to get gifts? Sorry, I done with that. Who I get for? Who I ain't get? Sorry. Huh?
Let's remember me.
Whatever, right? But I make it, I do not go in the malls in the rush time. I'm sorry, I'm not into that because I'm saying this is not what, and you actually feel it. It's actually quite disturbing sometimes.
Very.
The rush and the covetousness behind what Christmas is all about. Really and truly. So, Debbie, I encourage you, please don't feel depressed. Jesus is the reason for the season always.
Not
yeah?
the tree.
Done,
Well, not the tree, exactly, not the tree. Crystal is saying, pagan origin or not, to me the question is, what and who are you celebrating? The important thing is that you are conscious of the real reason for the season. Jesus is the reason for the season. We don't know the exact date he
That
was
what it
born.
say?
Yeah, but the main thing is we are celebrating his birth. I hear you, Crystal, I hear you. But then at the same time, we have to look at the symbols. There's a lot of symbolism in Christmas that we say Christ is involved, but really and truly have nothing to do with Christmas. And that's facts. That's real talk, right?
Like, yeah.
It's real talk. That's real talk, right? So Renelle is laughing. Renelle, so with our information, Gail, actually for that, I think you will get our second giveaway tonight. Let's give her a round of applause. You have won a 32 gig data hard drive. I trust that you have done the correct thing with that ball. Feel free to inbox us. Memory stick, what? Say hard drive.
Hard drive.
Yes. Sorry, this is a memory stick, not a hard drive. Right? We will inbox you to tell you when you could collect. Okay, Renelle is saying, OMG. And I dressed like elves. Yes. Oh gosh, she dressed like elves yesterday for his Christmas party at school. Burn the elf outfit, please. All you are gone. I can't take it anymore. Listen, Renelle, we had this show just for you. Just for you. I believe that God is working on your heart, and with the knowledge that you have, your eyes will be open. And not just for this. I think your eyes will be open up to many other things in your life, right? So keep on watching the show. I know you still are. Right? So I think that's it for the comments. Kyle, back to you.
Hey, awesome stuff. You know, as Christians now, we want to talk about, like, because I personally believe somebody celebrating Christmas and they're going to go to hell. Putting up the tree, they do not think can affect them in that kind of area, right? None of the demonic, yeah? So if it is you want to continue doing anything, I don't want to stop you. If it is you know the information that the tree and whatever, I think that's where the challenge will come. And you know that it will be kind of hard to know that this is what these things, you know?
I just thinking like when she was speaking there, there's simple thing like 666. People don't want no 666 around them.
Right.
But you want to have a tree with this and that and that, and an elf and Santa and thing in your house.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You're willing to take all
And
these
really,
symbols.
666 mean nothing.
Nothing.
I mean,
Nothing. Exactly. 666 means nothing.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's actually just in main for a number and it actually means something to represent. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
the 666 going to do anything.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from
They ain't
now.
playing with that. They see Santa elves thing, they're taking the whole bundle package.
Anyhow,
of meanings,
you know, as believers, I think like Onika was saying rightfully, like for me personally, I actually like how the Christmas tree is look. I ain't gonna like
It's
to tell
beautiful.
you. I really like, I love how the things is
The
look
lights
and the
and
lights
everything.
and when I see somebody's house and
love-
the icicles.
Let me try
and,
something.
Not putting it up though.
Listen,
I'll watch it.
you know what I
watch it,
love?
another Peter of Israel walking.
Yeah.
You see them king and queen come carnival. I love how that's look too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The devil ones and the snake and thing.
Beautiful.
Honey, the
Listen.
snake and thing.
No, even the snake, it have some beautiful costumes
True,
out
true,
there.
true.
Okay,
It's
okay.
true.
But I ain't going downtown to watch it though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the point I'm trying to say is that you might find certain things look nice, you might feel it, but really and truly, when it comes to Christmas, we understand the main point is that alright, so Jesus wasn't born on that day, right?
For sure.
So you as a believer now, you have a choice to say, right? This is where your stance, I just map it out for you and you decide if this is really the stance you want to take, right? You say to yourself, I don't want to celebrate nothing to do with Jesus or nothing at that time. So when that time come, I good and that is my witness to people. So when
fine.
they come, I ain't gonna tell them that is. Or you could have a different approach that when it is that time come, you could actually put, so because we're really saying things are tradition, right? What is it tradition? Seeing that, because there are certain passive elements of Christmas, I could honestly say that I have good memories about where it's actually linked to family. Where a lot of my family used to come
Of course.
and so it have elements that I understand that there's good in it. You
Yeah.
get where I'm coming from now?
True, very
There's
true.
actually a time where, especially as a believer, where your family and them, like, they might be
together.
different, all kind of different religions. There's a
Everybody
time
come
where
together.
everybody willing to accept that they could celebrate and they could
Yeah.
come and be in their home and they could. So my question is this, what really and truly might be the tradition you want to pass on? So I think one of the good things to say, like personally, when I get married and I have my whole family, that's one of the things I like to do. I have a crush
A nice crash.
and actually have a story to tell your children. Like a real,
Yeah.
you know, something that's real meaningful. Like what certain things actually mean, like when Jesus was born and share it. Because like around Christmas time, one of the things churches really normally do, like they do plays and they really
Christmas
try to
plays,
demonstrate
yeah.
like the birth of
True.
Jesus. And obviously we know he ain't born, but what's the point of arguing that point?
Yeah.
If it is like he ain't born that day, but what's the point of fighting and debating that? That not really helping nothing because
Yeah.
because I think how God might view really certain things actually when it comes to people's life. Because actually the Bible talk about even where it says, there's more linked to the Jewish culture though, right? Where it says, don't let nobody judge you on no new moon or Sabbath or any kind of thing like that, right? And what meaning is that don't let anybody try to tell you, well, if you're celebrating this, you're wrong. And obviously when it comes to like demonic things, so you're doing something evil, right? But we understand really and truly around Christmas time, I don't think anybody really thinking today that they worshiping this Roman God.
Right.
Saturday. They didn't think it in their brain. They really attributed it to their heart. They believe Jesus was at least born. Whether they're right or they're wrong, they're still thinking, all right, Jesus somehow when you meet search, right?
Yeah.
So to yourself, we would say something. If you have to redo it over, your child young, you know, Chrissy, you're young and you know the knowledge now. But at the same time, you understand in school, different things happening, and you might say, I want to pass on something to her. What would be a tradition? You'd say, well, you'd say, oh, the Lord, I would like this to
Christmas,
be
you
a Christmas, like that time come.
I would say, let me see.
That's a tough question.
She done write it off already, so it's hard to bring it back.
No, I'm trying to think what we do now. I guess you have a sense of, okay, on Christmas morning specifically, there's a sort of sense of like a peace and a reverence, and you do get up thinking, well, as a child, all I get up thinking about is, I want to see my gifts, right?
That one.
But what we would always do is, like, before, Chrissy go and ravish the gifts under the tree, we say, nah, let's pray, Let's pray. It's
She
supposed
go
to be.
pray quick.
It's Jesus' birthday. Let's pray. Let's thank Jesus. That kind of thing. So I guess I'd want it to be. Listen,
You're saying listen for.
Jesus alive all year. It's hard for
I
me to say
know,
that.
but
I
it's
mean,
just a moment. Just like, we take communion, we do different things. It's at the time where everybody in the world doing it. It's our home. Everybody knew. So asking it to yourself.
You gotta create something in your heart. It had to be something
yeah,
genuine.
I don't have nothing
Yeah.
in my heart.
Nothing in your heart.
Hey,
And nothing in your
empty.
hand. So around this time, there's nothing going on.
No, I'm not saying that, but you say like something specific to pass on to.
Well, I mean, it's like you're growing up,
child.
like how you grow up and you have memories of certain things, right?
Right.
Obviously, Chris is a big child now, but I talk more like if you have a child right now. I don't know, you're little
Memories?
3-year-old or something around pass on. Yeah?
Around Christmas.
Yeah, around Christmas, I'm asking seriously. Because when they're going to school, they have different information and putting in their brain,
True.
If the whole world telling them
think-
something different,
I think a very important thing would be to protect them from those
well,
lies.
at a point, you're going to sit
Well,
and
of
say, I don't
course.
believe this, else not real, this not real,
Well,
this not
that,
real.
that
You know what I
goes
mean?
without say, but you're not asking that
No, but like if
question.
you give them gifts, because you don't want your child to be the only one getting gifts on Christmas, unless, I don't know, but
Well, I don't believe in Christmas so much.
yeah, nothing for you.
Nothing for you. So you go to school and everybody will be child and
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
well, I don't believe in Christmas. That could actually hurt the child a little more.
Yeah,
They
you
could
can mash
actually
them up.
feel that little,
Mash them up.
that little child growing up if that
But
happened
like,
to me.
I would give them the gift. I'd give them the gift and let them know it's not about you being good or bad. No.
Yeah.
You
I'm being
It's
honest
the
with you.
unconditional
You
love.
tell me, I asked you to
I'm
be
being
honest. I was asking you
real
honestly.
honest, this real talk. I would more want to tell her things not to do than to do. I'm being honest.
Wow.
That's
What
that's
do you mean?
like, honey, don't get yourself in the shopping crap and buying curtains every Christmas, honey.
Oh,
Don't go buying. Don't feel no pressure to buy no gift for nobody. If you can, it's a beautiful thing to do.
Right.
If I could afford it and I'm not buying gifts, then I'm selfish, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But if you can't, don't feel, and I would say,
something
don't
wrong
feel
with
you
you.
have to eat ham if you don't normally like ham. You'd rather eat it for Christmas, Chrissy.
I
I'm
think
more,
that force on anybody.
no, but I mean,
Eat your hand, boy.
I
chow
I
chow.
don't really force on nobody, but go ahead.
I don't buy ham. Like
Get
in
chow
here.
chow, get chow
The
chow
only
right
time I have
now.
ham, it will possibly have ham in my house is Christmas, and it's just because it's Christmas. So I would probably
Well,
say,
generally to it mass produce around that
No,
time
but
too,
if,
right? Yeah.
if you don't want ham, just send it by me.
I actually like turkey though, but go ahead. Yeah.
oh God. Yeah, so I would more tell her
What not to
what
do?
not to do. I've been honest.
Strange, okay.
But with my grandmother, like when I went away with my granny away, she would in the morning sit down, read the Bible, Gospels, and talk about Jesus. So that's something for her that is really important. Like, okay, well, they would give some stuff, but this is much more important.
Right.
now. And actually, that was like my first experience doing that, because at home, wake up, you get gifts, you eat your food, you sleep, and that is it. For the rest of the day, you go online with your friends. That's Christmas. So it kind of gave me a kind of insight to, wow, this is her tradition. And it wasn't because everybody doing it, but this is something that was important to her. And so, like, what can I say? I would want to do that for my children, especially when all these things coming at them from all other angles. If you just leave them to say, well, Santa not real and that's all, I think you're limiting what you could do with the opportunity.
But no, we don't say, here the thing with that though. I know how to do that with my child Christmas time.
Agreed.
I teach her now
Right.
all junior year.
I agree. But like, what can I say? Nothing for you.
No, I don't say nothing for you either.
all you other children get, nothing for you.
What I mean is that, 6 years old, I was saying as Chrissy bigger now, so she can maybe under about 6 years old. Just get up, and that is it.
No,
when
I'm
they
not
know
saying
when the
that.
neighbor near here next
No
door.
ham, no chow chow, no gifts.
When
That's
everybody's
not what I
celebrating
said, you
next
know.
door, people,
I'm
you know.
not saying that,
Oh,
Kyle.
okay.
I would do everything, but I mean, I would let her know that this is, you know,
It's not real.
it's
honey.
really just, yeah, it's pressure, girl. That's what we're doing all this for.
Oh, it's pressure for you.
Yeah, because I don't really want to do it. That's
Oh,
the truth.
that's the thing. You don't want to do nothing to do with it. I understand where you're coming from. You just give you a chance, you want none. You get no gift for you, nothing. You just go on with life.
Yeah, if you don't get me no gift, it's cool.
But I like the opportunity to give somebody a gift.
Well, yeah.
That's something cool.
Yeah.
You know, but like I say, just like it could be that with Valentine's and any other time, you shouldn't just wait because everybody's doing it to show
Yeah.
somebody love.
Yeah.
You know, especially with your
Valentine's
children.
Day means that's a whole different topic, right?
You know, so some people want to just do what everybody else doing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like
But-
to celebrate Valentine's going on you know, anyhow, like, you know, going to that route, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a shooting arena and shoot Cupid. Anyhow,
Whoa, just turn there from Christmas to Cupid dead.
that's how I celebrate it. But anyhow,
If you know what I mean, so you know, you just feel like you'll do what everybody else doing.
right?
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
yeah.
if you're willing to say, all right, this is what we do as a family.
yeah,
You know,
right,
something
right.
different where the other children be like, hey, what you doing
Yes,
at your house?
right,
Right.
yeah.
It's an opportunity because
Yeah.
everybody willing to come by this person, line by that person, get food from. It's an opportunity for the gospel, you know. And if you can use it,
It's
as they
definitely an
have-
opportunity to actually walk the walk, right?
Yeah.
And not just talk the talk. It's definitely an opportunity to walk because I guess, I don't know, maybe for you.
You can walk through.
I know, but it's just a time when people conscious of it though. Where, you know what I mean? It's just a time where that is just the reality,
People
right?
are
Where
more open.
they're more open to come over in your
waiting for
house.
carnival.
They're more open to come in your house. They're more open to, you know, do these
There's
things.
that
You
sort
know?
of bus soca thing already.
But like what you say,
Christmas time.
it really is true. When you wake up that Christmas morning, a different
It's a
kind of-
different feel.
from when you wake up Carnival Mondays, a different kind of.
Well, you're waking up with the big truck going down the road tongue. Well, at least by me, you know, going down the way down the road to go down in the tongue. But anyhow, anything else maybe you want to share before we close off?
Just as I said before, that I think
Wonderful
that every
time of
believer should do their own research, and what you all are saying is a very good point. Make your own traditions, make your own Christmas special to your family,
Yeah.
and don't succumb to pressure. The pressure is
I
annoying
definitely
me.
think the shopping all them thing.
Yeah, the pressure
that's
is
the end of
annoying
that
me.
crap, you
Pressure
know
is
what I mean?
annoying me.
I would say don't get people gift, but like for me, you know, Black Friday, you buy a thing, especially World Change, you can buy it on Amazon. At the time where you just come to your doorstep, you know, to beat up with that again, and cheap, and you have no time.
No, but
you know
some
what I
people
mean?
really like that.
And
hustle
honestly,
and
some
bustle.
people actually like it, though. That's
Yes.
what I don't get. That some people actually
They
like to
love
go in the
it.
mall. They like the last roundabout. It's
I
actually a feeling they feel. You know, like how some people actually when they watch a Christmas tree, they have a feeling inside, you know. They have a feeling when they oh, gosh,
Yeah.
look how nice and beautiful, and they just stand up and they watch it, and you know what I mean? It's a real thing, you know.
Worship it.
It's a real thing. No, I'm being honest. Like in New York, it's a big thing where all the people gather and they light up that light.
Must
the
have
tree for
some
the first
spiritual
time,
things
and
to
everybody.
happen. It must.
I don't know. I can't get it.
have.
Right? A part
It
of it can
does.
be beauty.
And if woman research it.
Yeah, whenever
it does.
research, but sometimes beauty, I would stand up and watch the falling stars, the shooting stars. I just, you know, I like it. You know what I mean? I have a meaning when I feel. I say, whoa, Lord,
I guess
you
it's
really
like how a
amazing,
guy
you
would
know.
stand up and watch a pretty girl.
Anyhow. Anyhow, let me go to online. Which is good on there, Krista.
All right, okay. So, remember I was saying before, Renelle said that she and the son dress up in elf outfit. Well, she sent us a picture. She sent me a picture. No. She just sent it to me. She looked very cute. She and her son look very cute. But oh gosh. I think after that knowledge, Renelle, you know what to do with that elf costume, right? Debbie is saying the tree is pleasing to the eyes, which Debbie, I could understand. I agree with you, and it calms me. The what? The tree. Well, it's called. Let me. You're jumping ahead. So she says the tree is pleasing to the eyes, and it calms me. Love the creativity.
Somebody say that online?
Yes, Debbie Monroe. Sorry, only see it as positive vibes, right? Rachel then said the beauty of the tree, the costume enticing to the eye. That's how Eve got in trouble, right? Which is woo, touchy, right? Ruth Joseph says Christmas creates an atmosphere of giving, sharing, and love. As a child, my parents never bought a Christmas tree, but we did everything else, which I enjoyed dearly. It always reminds me of Jesus' birth. Ruth, that's really great for you. But you know what I can't understand though? Everybody just be nice on the day, and after that, listen.
Your family pass you straight again.
Yeah, and that's what I said to myself. That was one of the things I think
That's
that
got me
made
vexed
me,
too.
that
What is
made
your
me
effects?
like,
Let's just
why only on one
just
day?
get expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get you vexed, you know?
Why only on one day and nice, and then after that
Yeah.
you're just back to
It's
normal?
forcing me
This
to
is
go
how
by
it should
my
be
uncle,
all the
my great
time.
uncle, sister, aunt, you know?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Don't
So
talk about the rest
that's
of the year.
She had
that's
some
sad.
traumatic
But
childhood growing
so
up.
guys, if
Stories,
you're out there,
wow.
make your own traditions. I like the idea of the nativity scene, the crush. Actually, we auctioned some cookies in the auction last week, and the baker Sandy Cakes and Cookies, she actually made a nativity scene, which I find was great. Yeah.
Ate Jesus. We ate Jesus.
Eat his body.
Right. Yeah. He was a little cute little baby, right? So the final giveaway will go to Debbie Monroe. Yay!
Awesome
Debbie.
stuff.
Ooh. Debbie, you have won the wireless stereo headset. Yeah? It's wireless. So it's not gonna get choked around your neck or anything like that. So inbox us. So you could collect. And let me see if there's anybody else coming in. Renelle, she's saying, you all have me telling my son the truth now. Yes. And now, yes, thankfully he didn't cry when I told him the truth about Santa. He laughed. So I got to go very good. Yeah, let me. Yeah. Do
Wow,
not
so
spread
Renelle, see
the.
show
That's
her
another
and
thing.
Tell her son the truth.
That's another thing for me too. Anything related with Santa, so the Santa hat, anything with Santa I didn't want to do with right now. Truth be told, I am on the hunt for some Christmas sweaters. I wanted to wear one for myself. I wanted to buy one for Chrissy. Now I gotta look for one without a Christmas tree on it. Well, after hearing that, I don't know. So after hearing that, I'm singing to myself, Lord, where I go find a nice Christmas sweater, that thing, right? But yes, at least that's what I will have to do now with the knowledge that I have. Right, so a note. What Keelan said? What
That's
Keelan
got
said?
all trees.
Gosh. So one more note from our sponsors, Mega Mark Computer Services. Mark does excellent work in that area, and you could contact him on 733-6157 or 330-8791. I saw Michael just join. Good night, Nigel. Let me see if there are any other comments coming in. No, I think that is it. So I hope you all enjoyed the show tonight. Take what we have said. Everybody has choice. And based on what you've heard tonight, you have a choice to make. You could put up your tree, you could do what you want, but we are encouraging you to seek the truth, and then also coming out of that, you make your own traditions, make your own decisions where that is concerned. So yeah, back to you, Kyle.
Hey,
8:45.
you know, we had a really good show. It's glad to know that, you know, Renelle making a little adjustments. But obviously, there's the challenge with truth. People tend now to get religious with it. And
Right.
now tend to bash people because they might think that they have a
higher-
new way, a higher
higher-
way,
yeah.
and a real,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
tell
wait,
you,
you
if
putting
you
that on your
celebrating
tree?
Christmas and I don't think somebody going to hell.
Yeah.
So your question really is revolving around love. If it is really want to impart, like I say, maybe something better to somebody, and ready to explain something maybe better to them, because really and truly, people will do what they want. You know what I mean? And people, you know what I mean? It's like unbelievers. They celebrate Christmas the exact same way.
Yeah, true.
So if it is you now try to bash them and tell them this is they're doing wrong, that reach that point now where they actually even want to hear you, because to them it actually, like we say, to me personally, when it comes to Christmas, I actually have good memories linked to it. So when people hear certain things, they tend to reject that because they say, so you're telling me
Yeah.
nothing good about this time? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And nothing,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Everything I doing wrong here, everything I doing.
That's offensive.
So any reason they tend to get, you know, so where it is now, you have to really come from a place of love if you really want people to actually celebrate Jesus. Because at the end of the day now, you could actually go back down the same route. You ain't paying up a tree, you ain't doing nothing like that. But you still have nothing to do with God, even though you're saying, well, so because you go, one day you could just talk about Jesus, but then you're like, you're saying the rest of the year now, you're right after you're going for carnival,
Yeah.
right after you're doing this, you're holding on a woman and you realize it's not really something really meaningful and really impactful for you in your life, you know. So I want to thank everybody for you. This is actually the last show for the year. You know, during the course of the time, we would like to do a couple of giveaways online to the people. You know, it's actually a time for giving as well. So we would like to do a couple of giveaways to the people who viewing.
Isn't it a gift exchange?
No, it's not gift exchange.
Oh.
Because then that means they had to give you back something.
That sounded real good. So guys, I just kidding.
Yeah. So you know, we want to maybe do a couple of things. We'll be posting it online.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here. Maybe we'll post up some videos. But I'll post up some videos of Onika when she's away and enjoying herself. I don't know what she'll be doing. They hear what she tell me. We like go Orlando and fish. I said, girl, let me go down
gosh, I
Caranache.
never said
I go that way to
that.
go and fish. Anyhow, yeah, you know, we're going to have a fun time. If some of you all there can tell us if you all will be in Orlando, actually. You know, because actually a lot of people actually
Yes,
go away
go to
for
Florida,
Christmas.
yeah.
You know, we'll be starting over the new year with the next, actually, I can't get the exact date. I don't have a calendar in front of me. You have one in front of you, no?
I
We
don't have-
it.
Those
No,
things are
Daniel in
pagan.
front of me.
These things are pagan, a calendar. Okay. Yeah, we having next show starting next year. Things gonna be a little different. We're gonna have a little changes. So it should be good changes, not bad things. And you know, we want to thank everybody for joining in for the whole year. All the people like Crystal, you know, the Angel, all these different people tuning in faithfully, and all the people who be watching right now who do say nothing.
Yeah, say something now.
Like our big up my brethren right now might be watching Nigel Lacan, somebody a bounce up. We're one of the first people when I get saved, we're one of the first people I ministered to that actually gave their life to the Lord. Every Saturday he's tuning in. He might be able to watch it live, but you go watch it like when you reach home or whatever. And he's really enjoy it. But he's one of those silent commenters. He actually start up a little business. And it's interesting to meet the person and he say he want to sponsor certain things, right? But it's all the people, all the silent listeners, we love you all too. You know what I mean? You know, we love to be being part of the show. We want to encourage everybody and this time to remember, like we say, it's a time for Jesus. And then anything I want to close off with that?
Yeah, thank you for viewing for the year, as Kyle said, and I want you all to have a nice Christmas with your family. Make it a family thing. You know, don't get yourself in any kind of frenzy about anything, but enjoy it with your family. And be safe, guys. You all have to be safe out there. There are people who want to rob you
They're
and
looking
take
for
your
Christmas is
hard-earned-
normally be bad, and
Yes.
they just make it worse now, right
your
now. Right?
hard-earned Christmas bonus. They want to take that from you. Even all the flus and stuff going around.
Yeah.
Because everywhere is so crowded and the malls crowded everywhere, people spreading germs.
Stay in your house, quarantine.
be
It's actually a
careful.
time a lot of gyms is
A
passed
lot
through,
of germs spread, so be careful. But
given.
you know, enjoy yourself with your family and be safe. And I'm looking forward to next year. You know what you all could do? You all could comment on the page and probably
Suggest?
give suggestions about topics for next year.
Yeah.
You know what you would like us to talk about.
Yeah, because we talk about a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole category of different stuff, right? You know, anything you want to share with the people, Mr. Hunter?
We just gonna keep hunting. So see you all next year.
Next year, I'm giving you some suggestions to live, right? We want to see you go somewhere else. Like
Yeah,
Savannah.
we're going all over.
Yeah? We want to
Going
see
all-
somewhere else discovered in Trinidad and
Tongue,
Tobago.
San
Yeah?
Fernando.
We saw people waiting.
If you saw people want us,
We saw
just,
people
just
waiting
comment
to
and
hear
let me
you.
know we coming south.
Yeah, these
Like
some
we
people
is.
waiting to hear you. Yeah, so you all have a blessed night. We out in Jesus' name. You want to be after the Real Talk crew? Merry Christmas. Yeah, and a Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy
So
New
we will
Year,
be seeing
Happy
you
New
all,
Year.
you know.
That's
until
not pagan either.
Yeah, the New Year start.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. I hope you really enjoyed it. You can go on over to our YouTube channel and click subscribe. You can also click on that bell at the bottom and you'll be able to get live notifications. For our Facebook viewers, remember to like, comment, and share, guys. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And if you'd like to come on down and be part of our live audience, we are located at number 12 Anna Street, Woodbrook. Have a great night. Thank you for being part of the show. Good night.